right, well, let's get into it. For Three Wide podcast today, we're not sure where Mr. Haas is.
Hopefully he's
Hopefully he's
Oh
still
yeah,
tucked in
cut
bed.
cut all my bitching about truck drivers out
Yeah,
before
we'll take that off.
we go live.
Do it live. So no qualifying yet, no practice yet. That's not till about an hour
Right
from now.
now, yeah,
I think practice starts at 5 and qualifies at
yeah.
6. Yeah. So we've got a wedding reception to get to.
yeah, low key.
Hope I make
It's
it.
already all dressed.
We're gonna Lucy said dress like you're gonna be drinking beer in a barn, which so
They have air conditioning. That's what I want to know.
I'm sure
Bro,
they'll
I
have
have no idea.
I'm
I've
sure
never
they'll have
been
Oh yeah,
to
I've been to the
place.
Beatty barn, but it's been a long time, like probably
Yeah.
like 10+ years. So
Is it down there near Pine Tuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
It's like Edgemoorish. So anyway, last week we had a decent little race.
decent little rain delay too.
Couple rain delays. Yeah, it took a nice 5 hours for that race to play out, but that was enough time
You enjoyed all 5 of them.
for Chris to smoke some delicious ribs that he shared with us.
Oh yeah, I meant to ask how those turned out.
They were fucking bomb.
Nice.
He
You just
shouldn't have
got a
shared them.
morsel.
Yeah. He should have kept them all for himself and told us to get the fuck out.
That's the hard part about ribs. You feel like you're getting so much food, and then you're like, damn, I've had 4, and I feel like I've gotten not that much.
I need a whole rack.
Yeah.
Line it up.
Although I mean, have you ever like ordered a whole rack of ribs at like a restaurant? It feels very
I could never
thinly.
eat a whole rack.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a big half rack, half chicken type guy, you
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah,
Mix it up.
Yeah, we actually had some barbecue at the plant. They catered for us. It was some truck. It was okay. It wasn't the best, but I mean,
I actually smoked a pork butt to take down to the beach with us and did it on the Weber, and it was only like 4 pounds, so it took like maybe 9 hours, something like that. And then smothered it in Pete's barbecue sauce, and it was pretty delicious.
Yeah. That yeah. All right. Well, speaking of barbecue, we're still talking about St. Louis last week. So yeah, I thought the race was good though. I mean, it was I don't know. It's what I think we want to see out of the mile and well, whatever intermediate tracks, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, they seem to have hit that on the that at least packaged good. Everything else we'll see, but not looking too good with that unless you're a Charlotte clone.
No.
They I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I was pretty hungover and got back into it, so my memory's a little hazy. But just like all the other mile and a halves, I mean, you can get loose going into a corner and slide up and wreck somebody. And I think that happened a lot, didn't it?
Yeah.
That new arrow just keeps you loose.
Yeah. Well, I
I
think
remember Kyle Busch holding off like having to do 5 restarts towards the end and still kept it together on old tires. So
Yeah. I listened to it on the radio in the truck, but so I didn't really get as much like visual stuff obviously, but it seemed like the race was pretty tight, and yeah, and then like you said, Kyle was able to hold off a bunch of restarts.
Well,
so I was surprised.
our main NASCAR enthusiast called it. He was like, track position seemed to be more important than the new tires last year.
Yeah.
I think that was the case this year too.
Yeah. I mean, clean air is king, baby.
especially in the first 15 laps, the tires aren't going to fall off or heat up enough to make a difference with the compound they're running. But I think going back to what you were saying, I'm not sure if it's the aero so much as it is them trying to squeeze any bit of speed out of those tires and running them on like super low air pressure that's making them get loose like that. I mean,
Maybe
I know
so.
it's the same thing. I mean, it's kind of the same two sides of the same coin, but I think that's the strategy they're using for to, when they say they're loose, the adjustments they make is normally air pressure, not like wedge or anything like that. So just how much it's hanging on, but it seems good. I don't know if, I haven't listened to Denny's podcast in like a month and a half, but I know he was saying they think they were going to talk about bringing a different compound, and I don't know if that would be to affect fall off as much as.
I don't know if I want them to, unless unless it's going to make them fall off quicker.
That's what I think they wanted. Yeah,
I definitely don't want to make it loose. Easier.
Right. No. That's what I think. That's what he wanted, was where there would actually be
more fall off.
Well, yeah. and more of a fall off gradient, because right now it's like 30 laps and then it falls off and then it's just a shelf. It's like everyone that's on the 30 lap tires, it's going to be the same for another 120 laps.
Yeah.
So if it kind of just continued to degrade,
when you get to 50 or 60, they're really, really bad.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So
so that means a softer compound. And do you, like, most of these guys probably don't, I guess, as far as drivers go, they probably don't want that. They mean, a softer tire is better, it's faster, and but the wear is just so much quicker. So as a driver, though, you probably don't want like that tire to wear out that fast. So.
Yeah, but I think that they do, because they want to be able to play the strategy. If there's going to be essentially a 15 lap difference in where your tires are new for a pit stop compared to someone up front, I think they just want that wear to continue. And I think the problem is that coming off of all the shit they had when the next gen car came out, and it was like tires blowing up, shit falling off, like
so they had
Goodyear just overcorrected and made the tire way too good.
or probably just
you got Kyle Busch on the overtime restart on tires that were 20 laps older. In some cases, even older than that, than some people in like 10th through 15th place. And he won by almost a full second.
Yeah.
So
didn't Joey stay out on old tires too in 5th, and he was able to hold his own up there with the people that
didn't? It just didn't seem to matter. From what I can tell.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking too, like, do you think that, would that make?
No, man. My mom's fucking car and her tires lock up when I brake. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you good. So with the new compound too, do you think that they'll be trying to maybe stop so much of the being able to pull out like Hendrick has ahead and just stay so far out? Because with wear, you're gonna have to come in instead of being able to stay out.
I think that's what
60-70 laps.
I think right now what we're seeing is just the minutia difference in what the engineering of the engine shops have done for the cars. Like when someone brings a really fast car like Kyle had, that was just a tweaked up. That was just a beautiful motor in that car. And a setup as well. The setup was good too. So it's between setup and motor. So it's like, if you have someone that's gaining just that, whatever it might be in a motor, and everyone's tires are essentially the same, that's when we bitch about we're not seeing any passing, because it's like once it shakes out in 10 laps, that's it. It's just going to run around.
Like somebody gets collected.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. That's the part that kind of sucks is like, you with these spec cars, you really can't do anything. So it's like,
but the motors aren't spec.
Yeah. But so that's like the only thing that you can really change anymore. So
right. Like, and the tire and the setup. So it's like, you can change those 3 things. And so right now, I think Denny's thing is if they're not going to let us bring 900 horsepower to the racetrack, we have to compromise somewhere to make it racier and strategically more interesting. And a softer compound would solve that problem. But I still thought St. Louis. I thought the race last week was good. I mean, even with the obvious,
it was
plateau.
You had Childers in the rain delay. Richard talking about right now, because you can't alter the car. You can't. The tires are so good. Engineers.
Oh shit, we're losing you. He's locked up.
He looks so cool. But
I think he was saying the Fords are fast, Chevys are fast. Yeah. We can hear you now.
That was Children saying the engineer is the most important person
Right. Exactly. Yeah. The engineer, whatever you want to, wherever it's at, whether it's, and I don't know, are the shocks a NASCAR piece now for the body, or can they still adjust? I mean, I know they can adjust it for a setup, but can they build their own?
I don't
Like,
think
is that a
so.
component?
I think everything but the motor is like you gotta buy it from that one company, the NASCAR owns.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure everything besides the motor is gotta be bought. And what I was thinking too is like, so if we're seeing success like this with this mile and a half track, I know there's a package, but do you know if like I've never even thought about this really, but do they bring different tire compounds to each track?
Well, I don't know if it's each track,
That's
but
what
I think each like the road course is going to have a completely different tire
Yeah.
than we saw at the mile and a half, because it's just an oval. But and it may be like I'm sure there's like I'm sure it's not track specific, but it might be. I mean, if you have something like like when they were in North Wilkesboro, where that thing's going to just eat tire, they might have brought something else. But
Yeah.
I think they kind of have like 3 barrels of like road course, intermediate, and like super speedway, and maybe tune it between that. But I think the biggest tuning comes from what Goodyear tells them is the spec, the window for air pressure.
PSI.
Yeah. Because it's like that's where who got in
Yeah, it
trouble for
seemed
that?
like
Didn't someone get in trouble for running too low air pressure or something recently?
I don't know. I feel like
Racecourse
Reddick is
races ago?
very, very on verge with that. Like I feel like he went in early and had a really good race car, took 2, got greedy with it, maybe something with the tires, and of course, he runs high line, so gets into the walls, the day's done,
Yeah. Well, Reddick would be a good segue into where we're going this week. If y'all are, I
Yeah,
got much else to say about St. Louis.
He's favored. He's actually favored there.
He is super
weird.
favorite in Vegas, which
Man,
is weird.
I was upset. I tried to get Zach to put in a bet on him being top qualifier today because he was he was 3-1 money on top qualifier, and I was like, that seems like an easy $30 to make. But Zach didn't have it in New York for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, I think they pulled that out. Well, they might have pulled it because whenever I did mine at like noon, that was still up. So
And I was looking at it on the phone with him. Like he just didn't have it in his state, and I did in my Arizona, wherever
well
located at.
Well, boys, also,
oh yeah, big news.
Great news, everybody. We live right on the border, and soon we will be able to place our bets
next year
just by driving 10 minutes up the road.
Yeah. It'll be next year. I wonder if Billy George is going to open a state line house. It's going to be a fish.
It wouldn't be a terrible idea.
It'll be the little fish bowl games and a sports book on the side.
Yeah,
right there where them poker places used to be.
Yeah, right at the Red Barn Flea Market, baby.
So in theory, you could open up like a sports book now, and well, not now.
Well, I think technically I think that brick and mortar is what is legal in North Carolina right now. Like I think there's one in Greensboro that's a brick and mortar because that's been passed. What they just passed was the online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I actually looked it up on the ride home. I don't know if you're losing me or not.
No, you're good.
To see if it was legal in Georgia, and it's specific. Like there's, like you said, there's 2 different ways to do it. Like it has to be online. I think it's called mobile gambling. That they have to pass.
It's kind of like when they lifted the blue laws, they still had to make like a time, like there was like a separate license for it or whatever. So they had to make a second legislation to make it mobile instead of like a regulated location that it could be done at.
That makes sense.
So we're going to, is this the first road course of the season?
No, they did.
Reddick won the first one.
Coda.
Oh, Coda. That's right.
Coda.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why Reddick is so hot in Vegas right now.
Yeah.
Chris, you want to go last with your spicy card? Zeke's got some.
I don't care.
Zeke's got some interesting things.
I'll go whenever. I mean, we can just kind of broadly discuss the players that are going to be the ones that everybody's looking at, though. I think it's definitely Chase Elliott, definitely Reddick, and definitely Larson. From there on out, you can get kind of.
See, I disagree because I think you've got Truex is one. Hendrick. Well, if Harvick wasn't having such a weird ass fucking year, it'd be different. But Truex has won like 4 times at Sonoma. Kyle Busch has won 3 times. I don't know when the last time.
Truex didn't have Reddick in a really good car to face
Right. No.
back when he won
Right.
Sonoma, though.
No, I don't disagree. But you've got in the last 10 races, 3 for Truex, 2 for Busch. And then it goes Kevin Harvick, but he's led like 7 top 5. So he's been running up top. And then you've got Larson with the win.
And this is the one Suarez won last year. I watched the condensed race highlights. Kyle Busch was good early on. I think he must have fucked it in a pit stop or something because he finished really poorly. I mean, he finished like at the back of the field.
That might have been one of the races where he had like motor problems all day. Because I know last year,
maybe because Bubba Wallace blew up early his motor. I saw a Kyle Busch top 5, Kevin Harvick top 10 boosted that I was debating putting on my
saw
car,
that one, but I just don't.
I don't trust Harvick, man.
It was only like plus 330 though, wasn't it? It wasn't.
Yeah, the odds weren't that great.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I don't trust the Kyle Busch side of that one, man. I mean, I think he'll be up there, but I mean, I don't think he would get.
I think he's a better road course driver than Harvick is, though.
But I'm
fair to say.
Yeah, but the gap from 10 to 5 is pretty significant, especially
I agree.
Like in a road course where there's not going to be a big one.
Top 5 bets are not easy to hit on.
And that's the thing too, is like, there's not going to be a big one. I mean, and the only road course where I know that there's a significant pileup is the Roval, because you get that sharp left first corner.
There is a sharp turn early, one of the first few turns at Sonoma, but nothing like that.
It's a carousel though. It's like a rounded hairpin. Yeah.
So I'm like on road courses, especially, like, to me, long shots have never been appealing, I guess is the word. I mean,
it was just looking through bets today. It was just hard to find value in anybody but the big players. You know what I mean? I did agree. Martin Truex had a lot of value today
for winning. Yeah. I mean, plus 2,200 is what I got him at earlier today. And even Kyle Busch was still over 1,500.
Yeah, he wasn't bad.
Let me get back to my.
Oh, so you wanted me to go first, right?
No, Zeke, you want to go?
I can. Yeah. I got just.
Oh, you said for me to go last. I'm sorry.
I've just got a. Sorry, I just got up here. Let me pull these things up. I had him. All right, so obviously, just 4 bets today. Suarez, I got Suarez at that. There was a boost on the main.
Boosted, 20 to 1.
20 to 1, $25. I mean, he's looking
to win, right?
Yeah, to win. And you look on driver averages, the man's solid. He's got the best besides Cindric, who just has 1 race there. So you can just throw that shit out. But he's got the best finish, or the best average finish there. So not bad. And I mean, I'm looking at his stat sheets. He does very good. I mean, he won last year, obviously. So I mean, that's just a good bet to me. Blaney, I didn't to win Group A, 500, or I'm sorry, 50 to 1, $25. That group, I should have screenshotted that. I didn't. Usually Austin has those things pulled up.
I got it right here. Group A.
Yeah. So
Group A is Cindric, Busher, Bowman, Harvick, and Bell.
Yeah.
And Blaney.
I mean,
and Blaney is the long shot in that group.
So that's where I got the value out of it, because I think he's got a pretty good.
Yeah, I would agree with that, with him being the long shot of that group.
But I think he's got some value in that. I think he could win that pod. Obviously I'm going to pick Dinger plus or 140 to 1, $25. I mean, the man, he's not the best
to win.
To win.
Okay.
So he's not the best in this car.
I mean, he's a road course expert. He's just been really inconsistent this year, which has been surprising.
That's true. But I mean, that was just something for me to ponder, I guess. And then
I agree.
Then last one, and then I saw this one. This one was a all to finish top 5. William Byron, Kyle Busch, and Dinger all finished top 5 plus 1,600. Last 25.
Good one.
So that actually have I mean it's definitely not nothing concrete, but 2 of those 3 actually have a pretty good shot at being in the top 5. Dinger, I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, I think that you mentioned Logano was in one of those to finish ones, right? No?
Logano?
Okay.
No.
Well, I'll say that I think Logano has incredible value right now. I mean, I know he hasn't really had like a great start to the season, but he's 35-1 right now, and he's hung it.
Yeah,
I mean, he hasn't
he
won, but
was
like,
good there last year too.
yeah, he has 5 top 10s, 3 top 5s, average of 13.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in the top 5 players out there. So I mean, just for a little sneaky peek, 35-1. It's not on my card, but I just think that I don't really understand. I guess it's just because of what happened at Coda. Is that, again, this goes back to my theory that there's just an AI algorithm that's setting the odds for this thing.
Yeah.
And when you get to a road course or something weird that only has one historic race, it doesn't really know how to do it.
Yeah.
But I've got all my eggs in a basket, and that basket is from New Jersey, and his name is Martin Truex Jr. And I'm serious about it. I'm going to put these in for real.
I bet pretty much all mine with Zach already
Yeah.
today.
So I'm going $40 for Truex to win at plus 2,200. That would pay 920. So bring me back to the top of the polls in the podcast world. I'm also doing
the polls that aren't being tallied anymore.
Yeah. And I'm also doing $25 on a top 3 Truex finish as a hedge.
My man
For
loves
that.
my man loves the hedge.
So he's been consistently good the last several races. I feel like he's settled into a shit. I feel like him and his crew chief have gotten stuff figured out. I mean, there's been times when he's been beat by faster cars, but I feel like his car is at the top of the top right now. He's a top 5 car the last several races, and we know he can drive. I think practice and qualifying are going to show us what's going on, except for Reddick he's the one busta that could bust this out.
Busta.
So I did pick up that. Well, actually, no, I did do the top 5 one with the Kyle Busch, William Byron, and AJ Allmendinger to finish top 5, 16-1 for $5. Byron, the weak link in that one, I think. And AJ getting top 5 unless he just qualifies really well.
Yeah.
Then Blaney, Bell, and Elliott all to finish top 10. That seems like free money. That's plus 450. I mean, obviously, I just feel like there was no like big wrecks at Coda, was there?
No, not
Yeah,
there was. Is Coda
turn 1? There was a bunch.
Is that turn 1? Is that the one that comes in? It's like a 90-degree right hand turn.
Yeah.
Okay,
that was the one that it took the last 10 laps of the race took 2.5 hours.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. That is right.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that was last year at Sonoma or this one. So that also have Truex's top Toyota, obviously, is another hedge for plus 600. And then Larson top Chevrolet and Truex top Toyota at 1,500. So I need Martin Truex to have a very good day tomorrow, and I will be a happy boy.
Well, I mean, that's all you need. Just one, right?
I mean, it's just to me. It just. I mean, obviously, I've already explained it, but the value in that. I mean, when you look at the race winner odds, like Chase Elliott at plus 550 just doesn't make any sense. He's never won here. I mean, if he has, it's been 5 years ago.
Yeah, I think he.
So not in this car.
Yeah.
He's coming off of out of the car again. Didn't do well when he came back in the car. He's going to a road course. I mean, that just seems. And then William Byron plus 800. He doesn't do road courses.
Yeah. Well,
why is it?
I would actually be shocked if Byron doesn't have the pole. That was going to be my other fastest qualifier bet. Byron had the pole at Coda.
Okay.
I'm not saying he can drive it the whole fucking race like that, but he can drive it on a qualifying lap.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he must have qualified well there because his average starting place is 8th in 4
Yeah.
races, but he only has one top 10, which means he must have qualified pretty
Lars,
well.
I don't know if they qualified last year or not, but Larson was on the pole for this race last year.
All right, Chris, what you got?
Conversely of having all my eggs in one basket, I was anti-Chase as well, and I just had the epiphany of he is an incredibly good road course driver. I'm with you that the data doesn't show that he's really good there. However, he's coming off of being suspended mad. I just felt like he could easily play spoiler on my entire card. So I actually changed my card around and put him in it. And I'll tell you the 2 bets I took away to add him. But hold on, let me pull my card up real quick. Oddly enough, I'm big on Bowman this week.
Really interesting.
Yeah. He just had good value. I don't know. He's a good road courser. I did the same one you did, Zeke. Suarez, odds boost 20-1 to win.
Yeah.
Just because like that just seemed too enticing not to take.
Yeah.
I was hoping for more value, but Ty Gibbs top 10, plus 160. Since it's so little return on money, I'm going $20. I don't know. He's a good road course kid. I wanted him in my card. I actually wanted to make some funky bets with him, but anyways, Michael McDowell top 4 plus 500. Good road courser. Austin Cindric is who I was leaning towards, but his odds are just they were too shit. There's almost even money on him top 4. It might have even been negative money. I don't remember. So I
was
went
close.
McDowell, who was the second or third favorite. Joey might have been second, but I think McDowell was the second favorite 4, and he was 5-1 on your money. That's not bad. Leading into that, long shot, Ty Gibbs top Toyota 8-1, $10. Bowman top Chevy 14-1, $10. Bowman top 5 plus 320, $10. Reddick to win plus 500. Chase Elliott to win plus 550, $20. I'm actually I got this weird feeling that this is going to be, NASCAR's going to do everything in their power for Chase Elliott to win this race. So,
yeah. Ooh,
it is possible.
Also passing a gas station right now that has a bowling alley on it.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's by Columbia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like a new bowling alley. It's like in the back of that gas station.
Yeah.
On the left on 77 North. Yeah,
that's right there. That's the exit you get off to go watch us lose football.
Oh, so Chris, you're not that far from home. Then you're coming in good.
No, I'm cruising, man.
Nice.
I'm probably about an hour out.
Yeah.
What time are we at right now?
4:30 on the money.
Yeah, perfect. Now, I'm gonna hopefully kick it about 95 down 77. So we'll see.
Catch me out here. All right, fellas. Well, anyone have any parting thoughts? I love a road course. I love a NASCAR road course. Yeah. Normally, some of my favorite races here.
I love them, and the only thing I worry about is if someone gets a big lead and there's no cautions late. I love at the end if you get an overtime, people are going to dive bomb the shit out of each other. They don't care. They start playing bumper cars.
Yeah.
So you could see a back placer actually get lucky and move up into a back marker move up into the top, 10 that wouldn't usually be there. I don't know. It could be like that. It might not. There's no telling.
Yeah. I saw Ross this morning. He said he wants to watch the race tomorrow, so I might.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'm down. I got nothing going on.
Float in the new pool in my backyard.
I don't know. That looks a little bit like a tepid hot bath to me.
It is not. It is a crispy 70 degrees right now. It is Pacific Ocean cold in that thing. Lindsay got in it this morning.
The house we stayed at the beach was nice as shit. It had an air conditioned pool.
Like inside?
No, it wasn't inside. I mean, like the pool water was like cooled off.
Oh yeah, nice. fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn,
because it was
that's
95 like the whole time.
can't hide money, boy. Damn, pumping
We
that.
rented it. We didn't own it.
No, I know. I'm just saying the people that own it, though. Come on, man. How much
Oh yeah, this
pool?
place. It was like brand new. I mean, they
Yeah.
built it like within the last 2 years. Super nice place.
Sweet.
But anyways,
Right.
I'll be home soon.
Be
And
safe,
yeah, I'm
Chris.
down to
Thanks for
watch
hopping
it
on.
tomorrow.
Thoughts
Yeah.
and prayers to the fourth brother of the podcast, and
Yeah.
hopefully he comes awake here. But we're thinking he had a big night out on Broadway, or somewhere in the Nashville metro area last night. So, all right, we'll see y'all later.
We'll see y'all next week.
See you.